And welcome back, everybody. And if this is your first time here, welcome in. So what I'm doing here is I am removing the bottom of a stainless steel 24 ounce with a handle from Tipsy Magnolia. Now, this is my very first time dealing with the removing of the bottom. And so I was kind of just like, okay, I'm going to just go through this with you guys and show you that it can be done. I don't necessarily know that I might do something a little bit different next time, but this is just kind of how it ended up for me this go round. So I'm using the first glitter there. This was not exactly what I wanted to do because I wanted to do a much lighter pink. I did not want this mauvey brownie pink, but it turned out that that was the only pink that I had, or actually the only pink that I saw. But anyways, so I used this glitter from Woody's Goodies, and I'm not going to say the name, but I will put it here for you guys to see what it is. And then I will put it down below so you can find it. It is one of the prettiest glitters. I don't know why the name has to be the name, but it's one of the prettiest glitters. So I kind of had to go a little bit of a different route here. I used some stuff from Sugar and Spice Co., which is not Sugar and Spice Co. anymore. But I just kind of used it because I thought it kind of went with the color that I actually had, and I thought it would kind of tone it down a little bit so it wouldn't be so mauvey pink. But and it is it's an absolute gorgeous color as well. I'll try to find something comparable to it that is maybe from Chase Ray or Peachy Olive or something. So basically I did an ombre. I used another like pink color there to use as a filler for that bottom color. I actually did a couple of coats of epoxy, and I did some sanding, and I needed to put another coat of epoxy because we're going to be putting a water slide on this, and I wanted to make sure that that top white glitter was completely shiny and you can, no bumps or anything like that. So when we put that water slide on there, we have a perfect clear base for our water slide. So this design here, or this seamless pattern with these roses, is something that you will be able to find on my website, and it is a seamless design. I have the seamless video coming out right after this, so you will be able to see how you can make this pattern as big or as small as you would like. So this was like, I wanted to fill this whole top part with this, whole pattern here. And so I kind of shrunk it down just a little bit so that I could wrap this whole thing around. I'm using an A4 size water slide paper, and I took it outside after I printed it, and I spray painted it with Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint, or just a sealer, to make sure that it was sealed. And what I did in the beginning there was I cut off all the sides, because what needs to happen is you need to let that release the water slide from that backing, and to do that is to cut it, because once you seal it, if all those edges, those are going to be sealed too, so it's not really going to come off of that backing. So you need to make sure that you're cutting off, trimming the sides so that you're releasing that water slide to come off from that back. Hope that makes sense, but that's something that you need to make sure that you're doing. So here, I had a little bit of a tear right in the beginning, but that's okay. We're going to fix it. It's pretty easy to fix once you get that water slide on there, because, they kind of slide back into place. So, but this is, I just wrapped it all the way around the best that I could and made it as even as possible from one side of the handle to the other. This is me putting that little piece back into its spot. So when it dries, it will just kind of dry in that one spot. So I kind of kept the back of it into the water there, and then I slid it slowly, slowly, slowly on to the tumbler here. And now I am trimming up that bottom part because I didn't want it to go over that that ripple in the tumbler to go down into that smaller part. And I'm losing all of my words today. But anyways. So I went back over with just a little bit of water. I did wet the tumbler right before this, before I put that water slide on, to make sure that we had something to slide onto it, you know. It does help out a lot. And so I'm just slicing off that excess from the top, and I slice the excess from the bottom, and then we are going to let this dry and then go into a coat of epoxy. So now I have a coat of epoxy, and this is me kind of fixing the bottom part. Now, like I said, this is my first time doing one of the bottoms, and I watch people do bottoms all the time, but I think just kind of experiencing it for myself as far as, you know, whether or not I'm going to paint the bottom, whether or not I've always seen people remove the bottom in the beginning, but then I had a lot of paint and epoxy that kind of got on the bottom there. So this is me just kind of cleaning up that bottom edge and then cleaning up like inside of that little circle part, you know, that's inside of that bottom part. So I just kind of wanted to get a feel for what it was like, and if it really mattered, or if it was something that, you know, was feasible and that kind of thing. Because I've seen a lot of these people doing the bottoms, and so I kind of wanted to let's just try it out for myself. So I had got some tumblers. I needed to get some Stanley dupes for some orders that I had, and so I just kind of looked around and I saw these, and I thought this might be a little bit of maybe if somebody doesn't want the huge big 40 ounce, that maybe I could go this route, and some people would be interested in that. So I just kind of added something else in there. Whenever I'm ordering something, I always like to order as much as I might need in the future or whatnot, because that way I'm only paying shipping, you know, a few times a year. So a lady contacted me on Amazon and wanted to send me some epoxy, and I said, that's fine. I have not tried it on a tumbler as far as like spinning it, but it is a 2-to-1 ratio, which I have always had a hard time with, because I like to look at the cup and see that there's this much and that much in the other one, that it's even. So the 2-to-1 really, like, this is me sitting here going, okay, I need to do okay, I'm going to do 20. So I need to do 10. I need to do 5, you know, it was literally like, that was kind of how it is. So I decided to do 30, I think, because I had some excess, and that results in another project that I'm going to have a video for. But anyways, so now I am pouring the 10, I guess, or the 15. And then now I am pouring double that, right? So it's very, I don't like 2-to-1 ratios. But anyways, this hardener was like water, and it was very strange. I had never had anything that was like that, I don't know, like water. And so, and then the A side was really thick. And so it was really strange mixing that really thin water like stuff into that other thick. But I'll tell you what, it was the clearest epoxy that I have used in a very, very long time, as far as the epoxy that, like, if I was just putting it on something, as far as you know, not a tumbler, because tumblers are a different breed in the sense that they have to turn and spin and all the products and things like that that we use on them. And so this was I was like, okay, I'm going to just use it on something that's just going to sit and not move, or, you know, just going to be flat. So I made sure that I did this pretty slow. I did speed this up like 4 times, right? So I made sure that I mixed it for a very long time, as you can see, but I was really slow and methodical about it because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't creating a bunch of bubbles, and I really wanted to give it its fair review. So anyways, as you can see, it is clear, crystal clear in that little epoxy cup. So I was, you know, very impressed. So what I'm doing here is pouring a little bit of it out into that other cup there, because what I want to do on the bottom is do the glitter that I did on the bottom part of the tumbler. This is the glitter that I ombreed at the bottom. And so I am using that to put in the middle of that bottom part of that tumbler, of that bottom piece. Anyways, so you can see I'm pouring this all in the center there, right? So I was not exactly sure how much of the epoxy that I was going to need. So I just did 30 because I thought, well, I'll just try it on a couple of other things too, just to give it, you know, a good review of what I used it on and that kind of thing. I do plan on using it on a tumbler because it is so crystal clear and no bubbles, absolutely no bubbles. There was absolutely no bubbles. I can't describe it to you. I mean, it was the clearest and no bubble epoxy that I've ever seen. And so I was very, very impressed with that part of it. So I would love to see if it could handle being spun around and, you know, on a tumbler. So anyways, I put, I think it was, anyways, it's from Sugar and Spice, but I will try to find another glitter. It just happened to be that those were the glitters that were kind of matching with what I thought I needed to do, whatever. So anyways, I had a little bit of that white kind of coming into the center there, but I didn't think of it as that big of a deal because there's really not too much difference in these two. So it really didn't matter if a little bit of that came over. But if you were trying to do like a red and a white or something, I would definitely try to maybe cure one before you do the other, or I don't know, really take your time and make sure that you don't put very much in there, because I had a little bit of overflow on either one, but I still got the separation from the one glitter to the other glitter as far as the look goes. So this is what resulted in me doing these keychains that I got from Cami Page Boutique. Now these are like laser cut keychains, and so on the other side, so I'm doing the back here, but on the other side they have already laser cut out all of those shapes, or all of those little, you know, negative spaces there. And so you can color them a certain color. So what I'm going to do here is just show you that I'm going to use the rest of that epoxy. I'm going to mix both of those glitters together because, I mean, at this point, we're just trying to use up this epoxy. So we're not wasting it, or just kind of trying it out on different things. So I'm just mixing those two together, and now I am going to put this on the back side of this particular keychain here. And I'll tell you, this color, this glitter was so gorgeous. So I was very impressed with the little mix that we made here. So then on the back side of this keychain, this big cowboy hat with the heart keychain, I put that whole mixture of glitter and epoxy, I put that on the back side. So what that's going to do, if you're not familiar with using acrylic blanks or using like keychain type situations like this. If you do on the back side, if you put the glitter on there, on the front side, it is going to show just beautiful, that other side of that glitter. Not that it's not shiny and glittery on this side, it's just not compared to what it looks like on the front. So we're going from the back to have the front pretty, right? Okay. Anyways, I'm just showing you here how I'm using this excess epoxy to make these two keychain, or this keychain here, and then I'm going to be using it to make a luggage tag and a pendant. But we're not going to go over that, because what's going to happen is we are going to show this in another video, and I'm going to show you how I finished these up and how I made them look beautiful. So now that that bottom has cured, which I will have to say that it took a very, very long time for this to cure, but on the other hand, it cured completely solid, no bubbles. It was, like, it totally leveled out, but it took like 12 hours for it to even just be to the point where you could kind of like pet it if you wanted to. So it did take quite some time to cure, but it cured extremely hard and really, really leveled out. I was very, very impressed with that. So I put another coat of epoxy over this tumbler, and I did the bottom as well. So I just kind of went over and just did the bottom like I would normally do a tumbler that was like glittered all the way around. And I am adding some pinstripes. So I'm taking my inspiration from Stacey at Lily Bean Crafts. She is the queen of pinstripes. I'm telling you, she's always constantly doing all these pinstripes. And I just kind of was like, I really want to do some pinstripes like she does. So I just kind of went through my drawers and found some pinstriping that I had already done in different colors. And so I just kind of pulled those out and used those. So I think what I would do in the future would be to make them different sizes, because I think both of them were like the same size or maybe even just a little bit bigger. So I would have maybe gone a little bit different route, but I just kind of wanted to see what it was like to just kind of put some extra added little decorative thing on there, and just kind of talk about my friend Stacey, that she does this all the time. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this, but I'm going to try it again with like a V split or something like that. So anyways, this is me putting my logo on the bottom. If you haven't noticed, I have changed to go for just Paxton Projects now. And so there is no 321 anymore. Even though I loved that, it was just Paxton Projects is a little more of what we wanted our business to be. And so anyways, so you'll see that everything will be kind of changing to that going forward. So anyways, this is me adding a little bit more of that pinstriping, like I said. So I'm kind of adding one in the middle there, and then I'm going to add one on the middle going all the way around the inside there. And then we are going to take it and bring it to the outside as well. So I was just kind of feeling it out as I was doing it, like, okay, let's do this, then we'll go here, then we'll go here. And so I kind of, when I was done, I was kind of like, I just want one more on the outside, I think. So, but this is the only time that I was thinking, I wish I had just a little bit thinner, look or whatnot. So, but other than that, we just took inspiration from our friend Stacey. And if you haven't followed her, or if you don't follow her yet, then you need to get it together and go and subscribe to her channel, because her stuff is so cute. I love it. And I love her. Anyways, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring another pinstripe down on the bottom part. and then just connect it with that other side there. And I'm just trimming up the excess whenever I lay it down, just to make sure that, you know, we're connected on all of the little corners there. So I have no idea where I got this decal from. I have had it for a very long time. As you can see, it's kind of stained up on the edges, so I'm trying to cut all of that off so that I can put this on here. But I just thought that the flowers and then the blessed mama, I thought the contrast of the leopard print and that kind of thing would be a cool look for this tumbler. Here I'm using those bleach spots that you can get at 311 & Co. And I'm going to put one of those right on the center there, on that one side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this decal on top of there and then transfer it to the tumbler itself. So what I have done for you is I have updated this little Blessed Mama decal here, and I will have it available on my website, and I will have it available at 311 Co. for printing as well if you want to get it printed. So I'll put a little picture right here. So this is my updated version with my own flowers and arrow that I designed myself. So anyways, if you would like it, if you would like to remake this or just use that decal, it is going to be available for you either for printing on my website or for printing and just having shipped to you and don't have to worry about doing anything like sealing it or anything like that on 311 Co. Anyways, so I put this on the back side, and on the front side, I really did go back and forth, and I talked with Stacey and Wendy and I asked if I should do some leopard print on the bottom, and something was saying just leave it as it is, don't go crazy, like we already did the pinstriping and it's just a fun little like extra thing there, and so don't go crazy. Everybody thought I should put some leopard print, but I decided to keep it just plain and simple and keep the decal and the pinstriping and the water slide with the flowers, with those roses, those pink, beautiful roses. I just thought I would just keep it the way it was. I think it turned out really well. Anyways, I went in with some sanding, and I sanded the rim, and you can tell I sanded the rim here. In a minute, I think I zoom in a little bit, and then I sanded everywhere else and made sure that it was nice and smooth on the bottom and everything like that. And you can see how I sanded it all the way on that around the rim to make sure that those final coats that I was putting on there are going to go up onto the stainless steel instead of the rim, which can cause a lot of issues if you don't have that nice seal at the top. And there she is. So cute. I'm obsessed. I've been using it every day since I got finished with this. I just love it. I am a very, very blessed mama, and my son was asking me about it, and he said, why does it say that? I said, because I am blessed, because the Lord blessed me with you, and couldn't be more happy. So anyways, this beautiful water slide design roses are available on my website. You can download them and print them out on your own water slide. The decal is going to be available on my website as well. It'll also be available at 311 Co. You can use my discount Paxton 10 there and stock up on your stuff. Please like and comment and let me know what you think. And thank you for watching.